Hey YouTube, it's Tammi C. Walker, the owner of Dreams Are a Reality. I created this channel to provide light and love. When I created this channel years ago, it was in hopes of helping you get the life you deserve. That could be in a relationship, that could be in the home you want to purchase, that could be in your education, your career goals. Most importantly, it is about having a healthy mind, body, and soul. When you feel healthy inside, your body, inside your mind, your soul, that's when you draw in the money, you draw in the love, you draw in all things good. That is not to say it's going to be all roses and rainbows and unicorns. That would be a bore. But when you have a positive mindset, hey, light attracts light. So today we got to talk about it. We got to talk about it. Forcing that relationship to work. You already know it is on life support and you constantly plugging it back in, hoping and praying, hoping and praying. Nothing wrong with having hope, but when we force, it doesn't feel organic. I can't wait to talk about this. I love talking about relationship material. It's so much to talk about, but I really be hoping and praying that somebody is listening. And it's so many people out here talking about relationship advice on YouTube. And in all honesty, some, I would say more hope and pray more than not, are really talking about some really good stuff. Thus lies the problem. People watch these videos for years, but they keep on going on autopilot trying to force. They're not applying what they're learning. So you gotta use self-control. Some of this is on you. All of it's on you, really. But you're getting the knowledge, but you're too scared to do the work. All right. Auntie not gonna start fussing straight out the gate. Before I get started with all of that good stuff, let's hit like, let's hit subscribe and share. And thank you all always for supporting me, the hearts, the conversation, everything. So it's been going really good when I kind of follow articles, because the articles map out a lot of the do's and don'ts. What I do is just jump in, throw my little 2 cents in. You know my 2 cents. You know my 2 cents count. Alrighty. Got another article here. It is from Confidently Authentic. That's what we are. This is from 2022. When you should stop trying to make a relationship work. This is by Crystal Mazzola Wood. Thank you, Miss Mazzola Wood. Okay, listen to what somebody said. I'm confused about when you should stop trying to make a relationship work. I've been with my boyfriend for the last few years, so what? So what if it's long term or short term? Sometimes we get caught up on those years. I've been with him 8 years. I've been with her 6 years. We were together 4 years. Sometimes that don't even matter as much. Now 2 months is a bit short. But sometimes it's not all about the years. Were they happy years? Were they quality years? Gotta stop shaking. My desk is making my camera shake. Okay, so let's see what I'm not gonna read all this, but she was just saying the first year was amazing. I felt like the luckiest person ever. Does this sound familiar? Yet after, I'm being sarcastic and snotty. Let me stop that. And smug. Yet after the first year, things started to change. We started seeing each other less often. I've heard of this before. He told me that it was just because work was just so busy. I'm like Abbott Elementary. Oh, I love when they look at the camera. Oh, that's just Comedy Central. This started to become suspect to me because it was a slow season at his company. And at least, dude, get the last straight. Pick the busy season and start talking about work. Oh, talking about. Anyhow, anyway, they met at work and she ended up going to another job. Is this me? No, mine didn't go like that. For it did. We had a lot of good years together. A lot. Almost none bad. But it's not about me. It's about the article. I'm not proud of it, but I snooped to see. Oh, I'm so glad I found this article. I snooped on his phone. Let me keep going now. I found some text between he and a coworker that were not okay. Oh. This is so bad. Oh, oh, there were even some photos of her naked. I freaked out and went to stay with a friend. After a couple of days, we met up. He explained nothing had happened between he and a coworker. It was just flirtation. He said he just liked the attention, but it would never happen again. I still love him, so I went back, but things even got worse. It seems like I can't forgive him. We're always fighting. He says that he apologized, and so it's not fair, that I'm still upset because I'm being so unfair. He said he doesn't want to hang out with me either. He would stay out late, get upset when I asked who he was with. Oh, this shit done hit the fan. I'm sorry, y'all. It's a wrap. When it gets stupid like this, it's see. I still love him so much. We know, don't we know? We know, men and women. But my healing seems impossible. Do I need to just accept what happened to me and move on? Is the relationship even salvageable? How do I know I'm just forcing things? Let me tell y'all something. Let me tell you something. Whew. She said a lot of stuff. Lady gonna say a lot of stuff. I'm just gonna throw my little Tammi Cherise Walker spin in here. Don't look in the phone. Don't look in the phone. If you feel you have a man, if you feel you have a lady that you have to pretend this is a phone, this is just my phone cover, I'm using my phone. If I gotta be cracking codes, okay, his birthday is, when he uses his birthday, oh, now he got the zigzag code. Oh, now he got the face recognition. You all, again, I cannot. I have this phone, I have my work phone, I have 2 computers, I am governed by therapy notes, Microsoft Outlook for my first job, and Google. I use my Google Calendar. I know it's kind of wacky. And I use this planner. So between the 4 things and the 2 phones, I'm just on overload. This is me talking. So you can do whatever you want, but I wouldn't recommend it. Oh, shoot. Sorry, I'm trying to adjust the camera because I be cutting the chest part off. The most important part. I'm kidding. If you feel you are with someone that you do not trust, it's a shaky foundation. If you were building a building close to our Sears Tower here, Willis Tower, I always got to change the name, Macy's, Marshall Fields, would you build it on some shaky sand? I'm going to build a new skyscraper on shaky sand. No, you're going to put it on a solid foundation with the right amount of structure. You're going to make sure the architects know how to have it structured right, the right beams. It's the Windy City, baby. So you got to make sure that foundation is tight and right. So the same with your relationship. This is Tammi speaking on I'm not talking, would that be second person, third person, whatever, like I'm another person. But I'm already an anxious type of person. I can't have a guy I can't trust. Who you talking to now? Now my last guy, his phone will ring, not excessive, but he's not even from here. He's from another country, and he will be talking to sometimes his family members in French. But I just never felt nervous. I just didn't. I just didn't. We had that type of relationship where we were confident with each other. So I don't know, I told you all about this on one other video. I snooped through a phone one time, and I wasn't even really in love with this guy. Some of the times when I was in relationships, it was lust, or it was me being in a low vibration, very unhealthy place. So I was dating this guy. It wasn't a good match. I don't want to put the guy down, but to me, he was immature. He was younger than me, but he was immature, and he wanted to lead the relationship, but I kind of didn't respect him that much, because it started out where he lied and said he was divorced, and he ended up still being married but separated, and it just was a lot of drama. That's the best I could say. And so we kind of was dating, and then we broke up, but we were doing decent, trying to make sure we saw each other. So when he disappeared, which was some more drama connected to it, which led me to this dummy. He didn't even lock his phone, so he's asleep. And I'm like, we've been apart. Let me look. And I'm just being, dreams are reality. I always try to be honest with you all. So I'm looking on his phone, and it's no nice way to put it. He was getting oral sex. Who video who does a video of themselves receiving oral sex? So I'm looking, I'm like, this ain't me. But the person was, you know, she was a little fair skinned. She looked, seemed like she was lighter than me. I couldn't tell because I was in shock. I'm in shock. So here I am being, I'm a bit goofy and dingy. So I'm watching, I'm like, is that me? And I'm like, well, we haven't been around each other. I'm giving y'all way too much information about my personal stuff. Y'all already know a little bit about me then. And then, you know what gave it away? Because back then, I didn't hardly polish my nails. I used to wear little short, clear nails a lot. She had on a black or burgundy nail color polish. I wear that maybe every blue moon now. Maybe most of you see this. You see lavender. I might do some gold and soft pinks and stuff like that. Nevertheless, I was like, I don't wear that kind of polish. So here I go, all this drama on here. See, that's why I hate telling my old stories. It just creates a drama-filled video. But I like telling you all for real, because it's telling you the drama I've been through so you don't do it. Don't do this stuff. I'm mad. And I'm not the 2024 try to be in control Tammy. I'm the crazy Tammy. It was a Tamika, because that's my alter ego. Tamika, more just do whatever, say whatever. With a man, with a relationship. I didn't have a good self-control. Get up! I went Chicago West Side. You all wake up right now. It's so funny. And he's like, well, you know when you sleep and somebody wake you up, he's like, oh my, what's going on? What? Who is this in the video? This ain't me. What are you doing going through my phone? And we going back for he got thrown out. Yeah, he got. Now that's one thing I'm professional throw out her. I will get you up out of my space. You got to go. I don't care what time. It could be 2 in the morning. It could be 1 p.m. It could be supper time. We can have supper laid out. You got to go. And so yeah, he had to go. He had to hit that door. Needless to say, that relationship didn't work. But yeah, don't look through phones. It's not worth it. You're gonna find. You're gonna go and look through it. You're gonna find what you're looking for, because you already know. As women, we already know if we have a guy and we have to look through his phone, it's because our intuition, which is highly accurate, if you tapped in, it's accurate. And you looking because you feel internally, I don't think this guy's on the up and up. Do you really want a man like that? Men, if you have a lady that's loose, you know, she's a woman of the night, woman of the night, you don't even want that type of lady. So when you got to start cracking codes, doing, especially that zigzag code, I wouldn't even be able to figure that one out. It's too much. You already know, and you already are busy like me. That's the word for 2024. We all just so busy. And why add stress to you? And so, yeah, in a roundabout kind of way, I'm gonna have to stop talking because I can go on and on. You really, sorry, my lip gloss was doing something. You really want to keep down the stress. Yeah, like today, I done had a headache all day. I took a day off today, but I had a headache and I still have, it's dull, but it's there. But I had to do a video. I love you all. That's why I be doing these videos with headaches, 5 in the morning, 11 p.m. It's nothing but love. So y'all better hit like for me, because I'm going hard in the paint. I got some nerve telling y'all what to do. But thank you all. I do appreciate you all. I'm just a jokester, but kind of serious a little bit. Please hit like. Okay, so when should you stop making a relationship work? Hello, you all. I can relate. This is when you should stop. Am I the only one trying to make this relationship work? Cut it off, you all. Cut it off. That's a good telltale sign. You're forcing it. Other person is null and void. They not talking. They sending back emojis. They ignoring your calls. They ignoring your texts. I'm out. A trigger for me, and I just told my therapist this today, not this one per se. A trigger for me is not feeling appreciated. If I go hard in the paint, which I'm going to do as a therapist, I'm going to do it as a counselor, I'm going to do it as your sister, I'm going to do it as your friend, I'm going to do it as your YouTuber, I'm going to do it because that's just me. Not perfect, but I go hard in what I believe in, which is friendship, love, value. That's not what I'm trying to say. Y'all know what I'm trying to say. So a trigger is if I'm not valued. That's what I was trying to say. If I call you, if I text you, if I go above and beyond for you, and you begin to ignore me and play me to the left, then I don't want nobody that don't want me. Now, of course, with my family, you know, I'm going to go the extra mile. Of course, with the one I love, I'm going to do-si-do. I'm going to tango a bit because I love you. But after a while, everybody got that threshold, even for family, even for friends. It don't feel good. You cannot be the only one in a relationship, even with your friendship. You have a good friend, they never call you. You always got to call. You always have to go to their house. Every time you go out, you got to pay. No, you're going to dump that friend. It don't matter. It don't matter. Same with a relative. You always initiating the contact. You always calling. You always texting. They never reach out for you, to you. I don't care if it's a sister. You're going to be like, we not close. Yeah, I got a sibling like that. We don't even talk about it on here. Girl, a mess. Hope she never watched. She'll be bad. Let me move on. Okay, I won't even say nothing else because I got more to say, but I won't. And this is 100%. A healthy relationship requires two people who are equally invested. Both partners must be committed to working through issues as they arise for a relationship to work. Point blank, period. Oops, sorry. Tony Gaston gonna have me paying him. But you can't get to the altar and it's just you with the bouquet. You can, but you're going to look crazy. The guy posted up with his tux, with his hands folded by himself. We need our partner to be there with us to say I do. So you can't do it alone. Oof, some strange noises. Hope y'all don't hear all this stuff. I want to read this. A healthy relationship is a reciprocal one by both members feel accurately seen and carried in the mind of the other, where both parties feel safe and trusted. Don't have to look through cell phones. You're not sleeping around. You're not giving me an STD. Where no one has to prove their worth. I am a good woman, I said one time. You don't need to say that. They know when they have a good woman. They know when they have a woman of the night. We know when we have a good man. We know when we have, I don't want no scrub. A scrub is a guy. I got the words. I don't want no scrub. A scrub is a guy who's... That don't make no sense. How you gonna forget TLC? We don't want no scrub. I'll end up looking up them lyrics. That don't make no sense. Anyhow, where no one has to prove their worth, where both parties graciously attend to the bids and love and understanding. Now, y'all know I am not going out like no sucker punk. No, I don't want no scrub. A scrub is a guy that can't get no love from me. Hanging on the passenger side of his best friend's ride, trying to holler at me. They're not gonna get me for messing their song up. I thought they could do no wrong. That was my freaking group. You all is pouring down raining. Outside of Chicago, anything goes. Anything goes. Okay, now that we know the lyrics to Scrubs. Okay, this is interesting. Some of you probably thinking this, you should. While it may sound odd, fighting over and over, that doesn't mean the relationship should end. I agree with that. You know why I agree with that? As a therapist, I agree with that because there's still some oomph in there. And I know this is going to sound dysfunctional and a little crazy, but for me, I have to be brutally honest. A little bit. I would like my guy to fight for me and fight with me a little. Not, regularly, but if we're in a jam, we're in a bad place, show me you care. Show me you care. What they say about church or religion. I don't want a religion I can't feel. Show me you care. When they don't say nothing or an avoidance or shut down, it looks like they don't care. Sometimes a little fighting means it's something still going. It's like older people when they get ill, but then they maybe pop back up and start feeling better, and they're like, Yeah, my mom back to fussing. I'm like, I always say, like, that's good because that takes energy. And when somebody's more quiet and subdued, that means they're really not feeling well. But when they have enough energy to fuss a little bit and give you a hard time, or maybe crack them little jokes, sarcastic jokes, that's something. So you want to have some fighting, a little. You know, it's not an automatic sign you should quit. Fighting a lot simply means you need better communication. When I have couples come to me and they're talking over each other, God bless, God bless. I've even had them, maybe yelling in the office or using a profanity type word or using profanity, but it's an insult to the other person. That doesn't happen often, and the hollering doesn't, because I'll have to, tone that down. I have to let them know, no, we don't do that in here. This is a professional environment. You have to lower your voices. If you're going to argue back and forth, I will ask one to step out and I'll talk to one alone. I'll divide them up, do one-on-ones. If it's too bad, you're gonna be asked to leave my office, because I still have to be a professional. Know you're mad, I know you're angry, I know you're not communicating well, but let's be professional. So that's where you have to put those therapeutic skills to work. And assertive communication is when you say, I feel that when I looked in your phone and saw you receiving oral sex from another lady, that was highly disrespectful. Something like that. Or with this lady, same thing. I feel that you betrayed my trust for you when you betrayed my trust. Yeah, I don't trust you. You betrayed my trust for you when you had naked pictures of your coworker in your phone. That's assertive. You don't have to scream and holler. Sometimes as women and men, we feel like elevated voices, cursing, and doing the fool is going to bring results in communication. It really doesn't. It really doesn't. Stay calm and cool and tell your point with assertive communication, saying, I feel. And hopefully your partner will hear you. In a healthy relationship, the partner will receive this information as calmly as possible. They will validate you. Furthermore, they will work to not be defensive. So I know some of you, I watch and read comments, you don't know my man, or the man I got. Well, we're not talking about him. The lady I got, I can't get a word in edgewise. We're not talking about her. We are talking about open people who I might say, you know what? I love when people say this. That's on me. That one was on me. I was wrong. I'm wrong. And that takes a big man to say that. That takes a big woman to say that. We are not perfect women. We always want to say, these men, but we have our ways. We really do. And sometimes we're jaded, sometimes we're bitter, sometimes we were abused, sometimes men have been abused. There's a lot going on with a lot of people. So it's never, they. So when you point, those fingers are always pointing back at us. You have to do that self-reflection and admit that, maybe you're being difficult. Maybe you're disrespectful. Maybe you're talking down to your man. This happens, ladies. And the men do it. So we both, there we go. It's like I wrote this article. We both need to do apologies and be accountable. That's what's next. So with this young lady, in your situation, it sounds like your boyfriend is defensive. He says that because he's apologized, you need to move on. That's another thing. This sort of reaction pushes the problem off as your issue. Men and women, when you do stuff like this, the naked pictures, the photo of somebody giving you oral sex, or you cheat, you don't get the right. And the women, when you doing your dirt too, you don't get the right to say, okay, I thought we was done with that. So some of this stuff is mind games. Oh, you bringing me down. I was in a good mood. Now all of a sudden, you want to bring that up. Now the mood is messed up. Well, you cheated, so I can bring it up. I'm not saying bring it up every hour, all that. But when somebody does that, it's going to be talked about. And don't get mad when it's talked about, because you shouldn't have done it. But some men, yes, I see this, they want to move on. Well, we talked about it. I said I was sorry. It's not that simple. That's why they don't pay to cheat, because the ramifications It's not even worth it. Defensiveness is the four behaviors proven to most likely lead to a breakup or divorce. I wonder if she don't mention the behaviors. Oh God. So in this situation, it does not sound like your partner is trustworthy. So what about you? Have you experienced, infidelity or something like that? So the trust being broken, it doesn't have to be cheating. It could be ghosting. It could be where you're in a loving relationship and your person ghosts you, and then they come back around eventually. That trust is broken because are you gonna do that to me again? I know that's how I would feel. And trust is earned. When you break it, it has to be rebuilt. And it takes time. It really does. So they're saying that the boyfriend needs to be willing to earn what he's done wrong. He would need to he would need to make changes in his action. Sometimes people don't want to do that. So what about an avoidant attachment, which I'm noticing more and more people have this style. And the avoidant attachment person, they always hook up with me, the anxious one. So I can be anxious, or it's another one. Ooh, I don't know my attachments. It's more secure. I can be anxious and or secure. It all depends on the relationship and what happens. So indifference makes me anxious. If you consistent, all cylinders cranking and moving, and we jamming on the one, then I'm not gonna be anxious. But if you act weird and different, start changing things up like really severely, then I'm gonna get anxious typically, or I'm gonna let you go. If it's not that serious, I'm gonna end it. Um, they're saying this guy has an avoidant attachment style, one of the four styles: avoidant, anxious. I don't even want to start. Secure, and I don't know these attachment styles. So an avoidant, they will blame their partner for this. At times they will break up or even ghost their partner due to this. Other times they will stay and find distractions outside the relationship. This can look like working a lot, always going to the gym, or even cheating. Because they avoid that intimacy, that commitment. No matter how much you love someone, you cannot get them to change. No matter how much someone loves you, it isn't enough to heal their attachment issues alone. Instead, for a dating relationship or marriage to work, both people must be willing to heal their personal issues as they arise. Again, taking genuine accountability for your own mental health and attachment issues. Sometimes we can also be codependent. So, this is what's going on with some people here on YouTube and throughout the world. It's like I'm trying to flash you guys. Y'all didn't pay for it. Y'all didn't want to see that. Oh boy, I'm silly tonight. Anyway, codependency is very serious. It's serious. It's a slippery slope because it could be like in my issue, and I have to be careful. My dad was an alcoholic. Children of alcoholics can be codependent on their partners, and I have to be careful. Other people watching, we have to be careful because we want to make our partner our everything, and it's very unhealthy. It's not fair to them. And we have to keep relationships where they are. Like if you ever do this circle, it's a circle and it has different little slithers. And like your career goes there, your health, your social life, your relationship, I can't think of what else goes there. But it's a circle with various compartments of your life. And I think that's how you should do your relationship. So how I view relationships and how I view marriage and love is highly important. So once I get remarried, my husband is my boy. We partners. And I do let my husband lead. But you got to be right now. Can't be leading me to the jungle gym and lead me to Bozo Circus and Ringling Brothers Circus. We don't want that. I want a man that has a plan, that believes in God, believes in himself, loves others, is kind and humble, all things good. Of course, he gonna have his faults and flaws just like me. But the essence, the core value of this guy is he's a good dude. He's a good person. So I hold it highly. You know, I really do. I hold marriage at a high standard, and I think highly of it. But it's not my everything. I still am deeply into my music, into journaling, into meditating, you know, hanging out with friends and family, and working on starting my own practice in the next 60 days, preferably, and making sure my health is on point, and this and that. So it's just a part of me. It's not my everything. So this is when you're codependent, you make that person your everything. The reason why people try to force relationships is because, and you got to be honest, deep in your heart, you do not believe that you are worthy. Because if you believe you are worthy, you would know if you take your hands off of it, it's going to eventually come to you. You don't have to force anything. I just hate to see it. I do. And I'm guilty. I've done it. I have done it. Trust and believe. I've done it younger. I've done it older. And it just simply doesn't work. Once I let things go, my life is just so much more magical. And that's kind of what I'm trying to tell you all. I did 30-some minutes of talking, reading this article, which I enjoyed that article. And I just want you to not do that. Don't force. You know, like you all watch these videos, you watch my videos, you watch all these other videos. You already know what to do and what not to do. The shameful thing that happens, I'm not trying to shame you, but I'm just being honest. You spend a lot of time on YouTube consuming these videos, but you don't believe what we're saying. So what you do is get off this video, and tonight you're gonna jump on your phone and text somebody, some lady or some man that's not paying you any attention. They're not going to respond. They're not gonna respond in the way you want. You're gonna get anxious. Tomorrow you're gonna try something else. You're gonna be stalking them on the social media and all this other stuff. And it's just a waste of energy. You don't even need to do all that. Love does exist. Good people do exist. But you got to believe it. And most importantly, you got to believe you are worthy. We are telling you these things because we have been there and done that, and it don't work. It just does not work. And if you kind of match energy with people, they're giving you nothing, got to give them back nothing. I'm sorry. I really am. And I know how you all feel because I'm you me. I love deep, and I love who I love. And when I don't hear from them, I get worried sometimes. I'm like, man, I hope and pray they're okay. And, you know, I worry about people's mental health. I know some people be depressed and stuff, and I don't never want to see anybody suffering and hurt. But if you don't communicate with me, I can't even support you. I can't help you. I do pray. Even if I'm not in contact, I'll pray. That I do for that person, because you can always do that. But you can't make nobody get on the phone. You can't make nobody love you. You can't make nobody say they're sorry. You can't make anyone be what you deem they should be. You just have to let it go. And it's not easy. I know it's not. Like I told you all in my other video, people constantly asking me, it's the question of the hour. Are you dating? Are you going to date? First of all, I don't view dating like some people do. You know, like some people, they sit in a restaurant. How he look? What about him? What about that? I'm not that lady. And I might meet a guy, but it doesn't mean it's a love connection. And I'm okay with that. You might have to date 3 or 4 guys before you meet the one that you match up with. You might have a one date. You may date somebody for 3 months. It is not always cut and dry. You just got to be open and ready for whatever, you know, but you can't force it. I can't just make somebody date me. I can't just make it happen. It will happen. I've been getting out. I got invited to a lot of stuff this summer already. I think about 5 events. So looks like your girl gonna be getting out and mingling. So do your part and get out. Men too, get out and get away from this social media stuff and get out in person and really converse and talk. That way you get to see mannerisms. You could tell. If you all been around people, you know good people. Now some wear the mask. It shall come off in 2-3 weeks or a couple of months. Got the professional mask wearers. They last for months and months and years, which are scary, very scary. But all of us change. I could change. I could be, again, sweetest lady you ever met, and then I could switch to somebody else if you do something to betray my trust. I may not be as, chummy. And I think all of us have that devil on one side and the angel on the other. It's, it just is what it is. Human nature. We get hurt and we go into protection mode and we change. And that's why some women, they don't believe in love because they've been so hurt and damaged. They're like, I don't even believe in love. I'm just going to stay single forever. You hear it. I heard it all the time. Halle Berry said it. And they had a new man the next year. I'm not picking on y'all. Little Halle Berry. So cute. Just like, what a beautiful lady. But she's, she said it. I'm not getting married no more. And I think she got married again after that. And y'all know Halle Berry. Y'all know Halle. It's Berry. But, she seemed to be doing okay. Let me not say nothing. She'll kill me. Yeah, she got time to watch my video. I think she got other things to do. She's real funny on X, Twitter. She's hilarious. All right, you all. Let me get on out of here. I got some good food. I want to finish eating some jambalaya. That's like my favorite dish. So I'm going to eat that. See if New York can knock Philly out. Not that I have any stake in anyone. I like Tom Thibodeau, Chicago Bulls former coach. See, you should have kept him. There we go again, Chicago. Drop me some comments. Let me know how you feel. Have you tried to force something? What was your outcome? It's not just a relationship. It could be a job. It could be buying a house. It could be a relationship with a family member or a friend. You force it, and it never works out. Let it go. Let it flow. And let it come back to you. It will. Trust me. They gonna come back 9 times out of 10. If they don't, the good Lord up above, he always have something better or a better match for you. That I believe. Okay, thanks for listening to me ramble. It's been thundering here. It's been a little bit of everything tonight, but it's been a good video. I enjoyed doing this. Alrighty, you all. Everything's working out for your highest good. I already know everything's working out for my highest good. Look at my note I have here in my office. Good things are coming my way. I love the vibration of it. Good things are coming your way. I love the vibration of it for you.